Hello, I'm Nate the Effin' Great, and what did I just watch? Ladies and gentlemen, this is indeed another special edition of The Game Changer in which I review stuff and get your thoughts about what you guys think. So, for this week, it's a little bit of a later episode because usually I do these on Monday, but I've been so caught up with work and with everything that I didn't get a chance to. So today, on Wednesday, I am going to be doing a review. Now, I also didn't get a chance to watch too many movies, so I'm actually going to be focusing on two things in this episode, a positive and a negative. So let's just get the negative out of the way, which is, God help me, Blumhouse's Truth or Dare. I don't understand why so many movies have gotten my hopes up, and every single time I get my hopes up too high with a really good movie, it just fumbles. I mean, The Bye-Bye Man, The Gallows, Chernobyl Diaries, Nightmare on Elm Street, the remake, not the original. And now with this one, it just blows my mind how they can create something that actually seems stupid but also seems very interesting. When you look at the trailers and you can see that there's some kind of evil, demonic deal going on with this. And what do we really get out of it? Well, we get very lackluster characters, very poor storytelling, and very little excitement. The movie itself talks about friends who go to Mexico, and they encounter this one guy who basically puts a curse on them because this demon plays a game of truth or dare. And whatever order they were in, that is the person that will be doing either a truth or a dare. So, this concept was interesting, especially when we get later on to the story where they can only do true truths, and then after that they have to do a dare. I thought that was actually a very interesting twist in there, but other than that, like I said, there really wasn't much to do. The characters were poorly developed. Some of them I just hated, and I thought to myself, oh God, I can't wait for them to die. It literally just blows my mind again how I just don't understand. I mean, there's a scene where, there are two best friends, and one of the best friend likes, her friend's boyfriend, and there's a scene which, they end up together. There's a scene where the friend tells the truth about her best friend, about cheating on her boyfriend. It's really, really weird. I mean, some of these things, for the most part, there were some spots in there that I actually watched and I thought, okay, this is actually pretty good. But then as time went on, just everything kind of wore off. Unlike with Rampage, where after watching the entire movie, the nostalgia factor, would kind of slowly start going down. With this, it just plummeted right off the bat because it got way too predictable. Everything from this movie just screamed just pathetic. And to top it off, oh God, the ending was absolutely stupid. I mean, people who have seen this have said that this movie is neither inventive nor scary enough to set itself apart from the decades of dreary slashes that came before it. Yeah, there was no competition when you're talking about Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Hellraiser, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. There's nothing that's going to compete with them. And I thought this one was going to be, okay, but it just, the fact that it has grossed as much money as it has, it's at $38.2 million with a $3.5 million budget. And the best that it's gotten, well, we got a 14% on Rotten Tomatoes based on 117 reviews. This just is a scare-free horror film. It isn't very enjoyable. Like, the characters are really bad. You really got nothing out of it. Oh, yeah, let me talk about the ending. So, they're basically at a point where the two best friends are the last two. Everybody else has died. It's either, you tell the truth or you die. Or you do the dare, and if you don't complete it, you die. So, instead of just ending it between the two of them, which I think would have been for an interesting story, and probably would have made more sense, they went with the stupidest decision available. So, one of them actually runs a YouTube channel, and she uses that to basically spread the demon all over the world. So, instead of just sacrificing the two of you, you're going to be selfish and just make everybody die? Oh, yeah, that makes absolutely all the sense in the world. Oh my God, God, help me, this is so dumb. So many people, I don't get how people can say it was great. I literally have said to people, I hope you enjoy this movie more than I did. And they're saying, oh, it's that bad, it's that bad. It's like, I did not enjoy it in the least bit. I had a couple come out after watching it, and they said, like, oh, it was great, it was awesome. My reaction? Yeah, Gabriel Iglesias. Literally, oh my God. I've spent way too much time talking about this movie as is. Final grading for this one, 1 star out of 5. And even I feel like that is too generous. It's going in the record books, again, as one of the worst movies I've seen. You got this movie, Strangers Pray at Night, which basically they're in the same boat because the characters are stupid, the storyline is poorly written, there's some action sequences which are okay, at least, and just, it just drives me up the wall that some of these movies are just really stupid. But, what are you going to do? Okay, so, thankfully, I can end this more on a positive note. Now, before I go into the positive side of this whole deal, be sure to tune in tomorrow for another exciting edition of The Game Changer, where myself and VicTori Belle, we're actually going to be doing an Avengers-themed episode, where we will be hyping up Avengers Infinity War, which will take place tomorrow night, you guys. Unfortunately, I will not be able to attend any screening during that time. I'm going to be staying away from spoilers, and I just want to watch it when I see it, which will be on Tuesday, and I will be doing something very special for that, so be sure to tune in to my Facebook page, as well as on Twitter, and be sure to check it out, because it is going to be something that you definitely do not want to miss. Alright, so let's go into the positive notes, and for me, this is a awesome deal in which I have had to watch this at least 25 times, more than that actually, because the new trailer for the movie Venom was released. God help me, I am so happy. Originally, when I saw the first trailer, I thought, okay, they're actually doing something good. They're not showing off Venom. And a lot of people really hated that because it's a movie called Venom, so therefore Venom should be involved. It shouldn't be just solely on Tom Hardy. But to me, it builds up the suspense. It builds up that nostalgia factor. When you first see Venom, then you're just like, oh my gosh, holy cow, it's really awesome. Or some people might say, oh yeah, well, it's okay, I guess. It kind of sucks, actually. But this is the second trailer that they've released, and they showed Venom. They really did, and he looks absolutely amazing. He doesn't look stupid or cheesy like he did in Spider-Man 3. He's not played by a little pansy-ass guy from that 70s show. He looks like a legitimate badass, and you look at the trailer, and you are looking at everything that is being put here. You see Venom using his powers, you see the storyline that is going to be taking place. It looks absolutely amazing. I am blown away at how very well done this trailer is, and it's really making me look forward to watching Venom this October. And who knows, I might even watch this more than once, because it is just looking like a very, very well done movie. If this goes very well, this could be my favorite Marvel movie of all time. And Black Panther has set a really high bar, so maybe I'm getting my hopes up a little too much. But then again, it's Venom, one of my favorite Marvel comic book villains, the anti-hero of the Marvel Universe. This is going to be looking awesome. I mean, they show Michelle Williams is involved, and, you know, if she's like a girlfriend, ex-wife, ex-girlfriend, lawyer, whatever she's doing, she's going to play some kind of role in it, and I think it's going to be awesome. We got to see what the symbiote kind of looked like in the container. We got a hint that there are probably going to be more than just one symbiote, than just Venom. I have already heard numerous tales that there's more than one symbiote, and there's more than just Venom and Carnage. Are you kidding me? Yes, I want to see this movie. It looks absolutely amazing. So, why is it that people really don't like it? Well, one of the things that they've been really complaining about is the fact that Spider-Man is not involved. But a lot of people know why that is, because he's getting involved with Infinity War, he's doing things with the Avengers, he's going to be doing something completely different. But they're very complainant about the fact that, you know, Spider-Man is a pivotal point in the entire, you know, Venom saga. The symbiote went to Peter Parker first. Parker would use it, but then after he found out that it was using him for, you know, for its own gain, he got rid of it. And then, of course, that symbiote would go to Eddie Brock, who would then embrace the fact that he hates Peter Parker, and the two of them kind of bond over that hatred, and they would become Venom. So for this one, a lot of people are not liking it because, again, there's no real pivotal, quote-unquote, reason for Venom to be here. But I really want to see what could be the reason why Venom came to be. Because a lot of people, of course, are going to complain that, you know, oh, Spider-Man's not involved, so therefore this movie's not going to make any sense. Not necessarily. Because I could look at a lot of other movies, and a lot of them are not based on comic books. A lot of them are based on what the director thinks. He's like, okay, well, we've seen this side of it. What if we actually took a different side of it? I mean, Maleficent is the perfect example. A lot of people know the story of Sleeping Beauty. Did they incorporate some of that? Yes, they did. But was it the same exact story as Sleeping Beauty? No, it was a different side of it. So, for that, and comparing that to Venom, Venom is going to be a movie where it's going to seem very different. I want to know how the symbiote and Eddie Brock came to be. I want to know why they're, you know, pairing up. What is their goal being part of this team? What is going to happen? What are they going to do? It's one of those things where there's so many questions I want answered, and I'm going to have to wait until October to actually get them answered, which I'm totally okay with. And like I said, it's a different aspect of it, and of course people can say, you know, in the comic book series they say this, in the animated series they say this, and I grew up with the Spider-Man animated series, so I definitely know the importance of having, you know, that motivation for Venom to go after Peter Parker, to go after Spider-Man. But I'm also open to seeing what else they can come up with. I think Sony is going to have a very interesting, you know, movie here, because nobody really knows what to expect. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Nobody knows the origins of Venom. So now I think it's one of those situations where they just hate what they don't understand. They want to completely understand the movie and be able to just figure it out themselves, so that way everything is, you fine and dandy, hunky-dory. They can all basically say, like, yep, saw that coming, some of that coming. And for me, this is one of those things where I raise more questions. I want to know more. So it's like, okay, well, this is drawing me in. I want to know how this happens. And I want to know how this happens. I want to know how the symbiote came. I want to know how it got to Brock. I want to know all these questions and more. And I feel like this movie is definitely going to do that. That final scene in the trailer where we hear that phrase of, "We are Venom." That is just absolutely awesome. And the suit looks amazing. The creature's face just looks very terrifying, actually. And they even incorporate some of the things that you would see from the comic books or from the video games where Venom has that long tongue. This is one of those things that I am watching and I'm thinking, this is going to be absolutely amazing. So for me, I am looking forward to seeing what happens with Venom, and I'm looking forward to seeing that movie in October. I am just super excited. The trailer does an amazing job. It's doing its job of just hooking me in and saying, hey, you have questions? We will answer them. Just gotta wait. It's gonna be amazing. Oh, man. The nostalgia factor is just overflowing out of me right now. I am super happy. So, I would think that would be it. But I want to talk about one more thing before calling this episode. And that is the fact that Glow, the Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling, will be returning to Netflix in just a few months, the end of June, I believe. They just posted up a trailer where basically all the ladies are singing and dancing to the song She's a Maniac, I believe the song's called. And the promoter, he just comes in halfway through and he just says, like, hey, what are you doing? What is this? We got a show to run. Come on, let's go. And they just continue on. I am very looking forward to seeing how this goes because, honestly, other than Lucha Underground, Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling is one of my favorite wrestling-based TV shows right now. It is going to be absolutely amazing. I am looking forward to it. I am happy to see this. I am going to just be super excited when it finally releases. So be sure to check it out, guys. Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling will be happening at the end of June. So much more to talk about, but I'm going to call this an episode. Remember, tomorrow, myself and VicTori will be doing a Avengers-themed episode. So, by all means, let us know what you think of Avengers Infinity War. Let us know what you expect from it. And let us know some of your favorite movies that have been here for the build-up to Infinity War. We will actually make those kind of announcements as well as our predictions tomorrow, you guys. So definitely do not miss out on it. Thank you so much for joining me here. And as always, we will talk to you in the next episode. Bye-bye! We are Venom.